What's up, guys? Doomlink here. We're back today with another modern video. Today I'm going to be coming at you with, as you can see here, we have some Amulet of Vigor. Amulet Titan. This is a deck that's been around for quite some time. Before we continue, as always, if you enjoyed this content, be sure to like and subscribe to the video. Be sure to drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this deck. Are you an Amulet player? How long have you been playing Amulet? All that kind of stuff. So let's dive into it. So Amulet, I believe, burst onto the scene. Oh, what was the PT? It was the one where Justin Cohen top aided. I can't remember exactly which PT it was. I want to say it was around 2012, 2013, I believe. But early iterations of this deck had Summer Bloom, which is a card that has long since been banned in Modern, rightfully so. But ever since Summer Bloom banned, everybody kind of thought this deck was going to die off. But there are some Amulet of Vigor aficionados that have been playing this deck for basically since its inception in the Modern format. And this is kind of the new iteration, the modern iterations, no pun intended, of the Amulet of Vigor deck. So for those of you who aren't familiar with it, Amulet of Vigor is a 1-mana artifact. Magic Online likes to not let me expand cards, but it's a 1-mana artifact. Whenever a permanent comes into play, untap it, right? Now, seems like a pretty innocuous card. However, it's very, very powerful with the bounce lands from the original Ravnica block. So the bounce lands tap for 2 mana, but the downside is they come into play tapped, and you have to return a land. Well, this deck essentially takes both of those downsides and flips them on their head and turns them into upsides. Obviously, coming into play tapped doesn't really matter when you have an Amulet of Vigor in play. And the return a land you control to its owner's hand is actually an upside because a lot of the time you're going to be bouncing the same land. So imagine a scenario where you play an Amulet of Vigor on turn 1, and then on turn 2, you get to go Simic Growth Chamber. And the way that you do it is you have to stack the triggers such that the Growth Chamber untaps before you bounce it. So you put the bounce trigger on the stack, then the Amulet trigger, untap the land, you can float 2 mana, resolve the bounce trigger, pick up the bounce land, and then you have access to all your mana. So what ends up happening is, in that scenario, you go turn 1 Amulet, turn 2 bounce land, Dryad of the Elysian Grove. You now, excuse me, have a bounce land in your hand. Play another land, doesn't really matter what other land you play. But you have 2 lands in play, a Dryad and an Amulet. Now on turn 3, because of the Dryad, you have an extra land drop, you have 2 total land drops. So you play the bounce land, similar trick to the last turn, untap it, flip mana, pick it up, replay the same bounce land, untap, flip mana, pick it up, and now all of a sudden you have 6 mana for the namesake card, Primeval Titan. So that's kind of what our goal is, just get Primeval Titan into play as soon as possible. With Amulet of Vigor, you can get Slayer's Stronghold and Boros Garrison, which conveniently Slayer's Stronghold is red-white tap, give a creature +2/+2 vigilance and haste. Now remember, the lands that you're getting off Primeval Titan, if you have Amulet in play, come into play untapped, so you get both of these lands, they both untap, you float 2 mana, activate the Slayer's Stronghold to give the Titan haste, pick up whatever land, now all of a sudden you can attack with Titan the turn that you cast it. So that is another very powerful combination. We also have Sun Home, which gives the thing double strike to maybe double strike a Primeval Titan to finish an opponent off if that comes up. And then we also have Valakut the Molten Pinnacle. Now, for about as long as Dryad has been in the Modern format, Dryad plus Valakut has been a very powerful combination, and this deck gets to utilize it even better because Primeval Titan just floods a bunch of lands into play. So imagine that same scenario. I mean, obviously this is the nut draw, but turn 1 Amulet, turn 2 bounce land Dryad, turn 3 bounce land Titan, give it haste. Attack with Titan, you still have the Dryad in play. Now you can get some Valakuts to start letting your opponent up with Valakut triggers because you have the Dryad in play. So that's another awesome thing. And then this deck effectively plays, I mean, for the lack of a better term, 10 copies of Primeval Titan because you have the 4 Titans, 4 Summoner's Pact, which searches for a Titan, and Telerios, which not only searches for Summoner's Pact, but can also get Cavernous Souls against control decks if you already have the Titan lined up. You can get Valakut if you already have Dryad and you want to just kill them. You can even get a bounce land if that's what you're missing. It's a very, very versatile card, Telerios. You can get Radiant Fountain against the aggressive decks, Calling the Guardian if you need a blocker, things like that. And then the rest of our deck is putting a bunch of lands into place, so Grazer, Explore, and Azusa, all allowing us to play additional land drops, and then a little bit of disruption in the form of Dismember. I copied this list from House of Mana, who top-aided the Modern Showcase Challenge this past weekend, and Dismember, I think, is probably the best card you can play to counteract Prowess Game 1. It also just has some other utility against various, like, against other Dryad decks. It's good. It kills Luris, it kills Tarmogoyf, it kills Death Shadow sometimes. So it's just a very versatile card, and the rest of the deck is so linear, and I think Dismember is the most efficient, and it hits the widest range of targets in that particular slot, the interaction slot. And then our sideboard, and that's just to go over the rest of the lands. 4 Castle Garenbrig. I've seen Titan lists that have less than 4 castles, but I think it's such a huge part of getting Titan into play that I would fairly certain that you're supposed to play 4. So that's just another thing to note. And then the rest of the lands, we got some basics. We got a Crumbling Vestige, which is kind of cool. The turn that you play Titan, if you have Amulet, it essentially gives you 2 mana because you get to untap the Crumbling Vestige, and you also get a mana off of the trigger, so that's kind of cool too. And then, yeah, that goes over pretty much everything. Oh, there is a Vesuva here as well. So Vesuva does a couple of cool things. It can get you an additional Valakut if you need to get a whole bunch of Valakut triggers. If you've already, like, imagine a scenario where you have to play your Boros Garrison early, just that sometimes that's how your land drops work out. So that means if you have the Boros Garrison tapped when you play Primeval Titan and have an Amulet in play, you can't get the Garrison from your deck. So in that scenario, you would have to get Vesuva to copy the Garrison as well as the Slayer Stronghold. So that's something that comes up from time to time. But yeah, moving on to the sideboard, we have some Tireless Trackers, which are for your grindy matchups like Jund, other control decks. It's your kind of additional win condition, your way to kind of go under their counter magic in a sense. We have an additional Dismember for Prowess. We have Engineered Explosives for Prowess as well, and also good against Death Shadow. Force of Vigor, which I believe is supposed to be for the Mirror and Blood Moon decks. Beast Within, again, another card that's good against Blood Moon. And then we have Bojuka Bog and Ghost Quarter, which are tutorable lands that we want to get. Bojuka Bog versus Dredge, Ghost Quarter for Tron in the Mirror. And then we have some unorthodox or unusual cards over here. 2 Mystic Repeals, which is 1 mana instant, put an enchantment on the bottom of its owner's library. You might be wondering, well, why is this better than something like Naturalize? Well, that's because Heliod Suncrown is such a huge fixture of Modern, and Naturalize effects don't touch Heliod. So this is not only a way to kill Heliod for good, well, I say for good, but it's also a 1 mana way to answer Blood Moon, which is pretty important. So I like Mystic Repeal a lot. And then Ronafowl, which is a very odd card. I don't think I've seen this one before prior to this weekend, but it is basically... I'm trying to think if there's any other decks I would want it against besides Prowess, but it's mainly for Stormwing Entity because that card is so hard to deal with. Even with Dismember, sometimes if they have Stormwing Entity and they have a mutagenic growth, right? Imagine they play Stormwing Entity, you dismember their Stormwing, they can mutagenic growth their Stormwing Entity, which brings it up to a 6/6 because of the Prowess trigger, and now your Dismember doesn't even kill their Stormwing Entity. So that's why Runafowl is quite good. In that same scenario, if they have a Soulscar Mage and you dismember it, mutagenic growth does not save it from being killed. So that is the deck and the sideboard. I hope you enjoyed that little deck tech, and I will see you in just a little bit for round number 1. Alright, everybody, we are back here for round number 1. It's been a while since I played Amulet, so I might have to go through a couple of the things here just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. So this particular hand has no untapped lands. So we have turn 1 Castle, turn 2 Growth Chamber, well, float a green, Growth Chamber, pick up Castle, Grazer, put back in the Castle. And then we have turn 3 Dryad, bounce land, replay land. We have a turn 4 Titan on the play. I think turn 4 Titan on the play is just about good enough. I think a lot of the time you're going to look for, like, I don't know if I would keep this hand on the draw. I think turn 4 Titan on the draw against most decks is pretty slow, but... Alright, looks like they're playing a red deck. Our hand is decent against red, mostly just because of the fact that we have our Boreal Grazer. And that's one of your best cards against them. Just because it's a way to soak up damage. I might not block this turn, depending on what they do. Worth noting, they didn't reveal... Okay. So they didn't reveal any companion, which means there most likely is it. I feel like it's actually better to wait to block. Although if they have mutagenic growth, it kind of doesn't change things. Like, for example, if they have mutagenic growth into Stormwing Entity, if they had Manamorphose, they probably would have played it pre-combat, so they don't have Manamorphose Stormwing. So most likely what this is to me is mutagenic Stormwing. The issue with not blocking is they mutagenic anyways. I take 4, play Stormwing. Next turn, if they have Lightning Bolts, I could potentially take a lot more damage and not get an opportunity to block with this. So, even though I know they probably have mutagenic, I think it's better to block here, because it just gives them less options next turn. Oh. Okay, no Stormwing. I am okay with that. That I am totally fine with. So one thing worth noting, you want to float mana before playing the Dryad so they can't remove the Dryad in response to the trigger. So example, in this scenario, if I played Dryad and then played Bounce Land, if my opponent responds, let's say, with Lightning Bolt plus Lava Dart or Vapor Snag on my Dryad of the Elysian Grove, then what ends up happening is the Dryad is no longer in play before I get to play my additional land. So that is why we did it that way. I'm not going to block this turn, because now if I block, they could just have a single Lightning Bolt, or just any spell for that matter, because they can lava. Even if they Lava Dart, this becomes an 0/3, and then they bolt me. This thing has 3 power, and this has 3 toughness, so not going to block at all. Vapor Snag is annoying, but definitely beatable because we have Titan. Okay. They went bottom, top. So what I could do... That doesn't work because of the Lava Dart. So what I was thinking is I could actually get a Zusa. Right, so what I could do is I could go tap Growth Chamber, tap Castle, play Dryad. Play Valakut, play Cavern of Souls. Those are my 2 land drops. No, because the Valakut comes into play tap, so I wouldn't even be able to... Well, no, because I can tap the Castle. So I can go Growth Chamber, Castle, 6 mana. Play Dryad, 3 floating. Play Valakut, play Cavern, Pact for a Zusa, cast a Zusa, 2 land drops left, Vesuva, copy Growth Chamber. Actually, that works, doesn't it? Vesuva, copy Growth Chamber, one land drop remaining, 3 damage to the entity. They flash back the dart. I pick up the Vesuva, then I replay the Vesuva and copy Valakut, and then I can deal 6 damage, 3 to the Soul Scar, 3 to the entity. So they would have no creatures in play, but I wouldn't be able to play a Titan this turn. I feel like that's okay, because then I would have a Dryad and a Azusa and 2 Valakuts in play. Then I would have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Alternatively, I could Growth Chamber, Castle, play Titan. Get, say, Radiant Fountain, Colony Garden. I actually kind of like the Dryad line better. I think I like the Dryad line better. It looks weird, but I think I like it better. So Cavern on Giants. Pact for Azusa. It's a very weird line. Alright, remember to stack the Growth Chamber trigger first. And I'm going to lead on targeting the entity because that forces the action on Lava Dart. And then again, what I can do is pick the Vesuva up and then replay the Vesuva, copy Valakut, and get 2 triggers. And they're targeting Dryad? Okay. That's fine. So they're planning on killing my Dryad, but I think that's okay because they're just going to have no creatures in play. Unless they also have mutagenic growth? No, they don't. Alright. I do have a pack to pay for. But I'm on 17, they have no creatures in play. So I think this is okay. Manamorphose into another Stormwing, I guess, would be rough. But if they do that, they're tapped out. And if we just draw a land, we get to Dryad, Valakut, kill the Stormwing, potentially. I think this is a more conservative line. Honestly, I think both lines win the game a decent percentage of the time. It's close. My instinct in this matchup is to just always kill creatures when I can. Green, green. Yes. Okay. They can kind of assume our last card's Titan, but not that there's much they can do about it game 1. They could kill the Dryad, but at this point, now it almost just doesn't matter. Yeah, bolts. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. I'm fairly certain I can kill them. Let's go green, green. Titan. Okay, yeah, they conceded. I was going to get Slayers, Boros Garrison, and then after I would get... I think I still would have been short mana. Because then afterwards I get Growth Chamber Pact... Or, excuse me, Growth Chamber West, pick up West, but I had 2 Growth Chambers untapped. I don't remember what I drew that turn. I don't remember. Once I drew Dismember, yeah. Alright, so Dismember. Nope. Run Afoul. Explosives. Cut 1 Azusa. I want to say we cut all the Explorers in this matchup. Because Grazer is just a way better Explorer. I want to keep all the Dryads because they have a bunch of Lightning Bolts. I don't remember if Jose brings in Explosives or not. I remember him telling me that he doesn't like Explosives against Prowess, but seems kind of crazy to not bring it in. There might be some lands that we can cut. Like Cavern of Souls the Cavern of Souls is not necessary against them because they don't have counterspells for Primeval Titan. It still might be worth it just as a 31st land. Like, I don't necessarily want to go low on lands in this matchup. I'm going to do this. I'm going to see how this goes. I could see maybe being on the... When you're on the play, you don't need Explosives as much. But I think on the draw, I like it. Run Afoul, Primeval Titan, and a bunch of lands. My issue with the hand like this is what if they just have a draw that involves 2 1-drops? None like they have 16 creatures and only half of them have flying. So if they draw 2 non-flying creatures, this hand is just really bad. And it's a turn 5 Titan on the draw with no help. Yeah, I think I'm gonna mulligan that. Alright, this is basically just missing a bounce land. I think I'm actually putting back Dryad. Guess I could also put back Amulet. I don't really think I need Amulet with this hand. That seems so weird. I'll put back Dryad. It kind of feels weird either way, because I want both of them. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to put back there. I think I want to keep all the lands, because it's a little bit better if I don't draw a bounce land. I could just draw 2 natural lands. And I want to say Amulet has higher upside than Dryad, and I think Grazer is the best card in my hand, because it's just a roadblock. Drew the bounce land. Let's go Beasts, Grazer, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm actually going to put in the Valakut here. Putting in Valakut's worse if I draw Dryad. Well, it doesn't matter, right? Because then I can just go tap Valakut, play Amulet, play Growth Chamber, float 3, pick up Growth Chamber, play Dryad. So even if I draw a Dryad or an Azusa, I can still play it. So I'm just going to put in Valakut. Keeping the bounce land is... yeah. Keeping the bounce land is better for, like, turn 3. Well, I guess if I draw Dryad and it survives, it doesn't matter either way. I think this is fine. Sprite Dragon. I'd rather them... Well, it doesn't matter either way. Okay. Drew another Primeval Titan. I guess putting in Castle is better if I drew a Forest, because then I could go Amulet, Forest, and then the turn after I'd play Growth Chamber, untap, have 6 mana to play Titan. Whereas now I don't have any outs to play Titan next turn. Because, well, because I didn't draw the Forest, it wouldn't have mattered anyways, but 5. Just play Castle. So we need to find... I don't know, Azusa or Pacts would potentially allow us to Titan. Yeah, because we would go Azusa, 3 land drops, Titan, yeah. So it's got to be Azusa or Pacts. We did trim it Azusa, which I'm not sure whether or not... I don't know if that's correct or not, but... Drew the Forest a turn too late. If only I had that Forest last turn. I'm not loving our spots. 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to 10. Is their last card Mutagenic Growth? It is. So we go to 4. Okay. So I have to hope that they draw a land. Oh, I actually can't play the Radiant Fountain. That was actually really bad that I drew that. Because I was planning on getting that out of my deck, but now I can't do that. So I need to figure out if I can get a Dryad into play. I don't think I can. They're at 16. What is my out? Okay, so we play Growth Chamber. 1, 2, 3, 4. Float 6. So 6 mana, Titan. Oops. Get Slayer's Stronghold, Boros Garrison. Haste the Titan. It's 8 damage. We have 1 land untapped. We are a mana short of being able to get Vesuva plus Sunhome because we need 4 to activate Sunhome. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Castle. Ooh, wait, hold on. I can actually... Well, it wouldn't matter if I get the... Because I can get Slayer Stronghold plus Crumbling Vestige, leave up the Valakut, but then it's still a 1 mana untapped either way. Well, I can't cast the Titan by playing the Fountain. I'm not winning the game without playing Titan, so let's play the Titan and then go from there, because we know that is number 1 priority. I'm not winning this game without playing Titan. And we can kind of reassess here. Okay, so let's say we get Garrison Stronghold. We still have Valakut untapped. Yeah, we're still going to be short because we drew the Radiant Fountain. That's so unfortunate. Oh, I could Pact for a Grazer, though. Oh, okay. So here we go. I figured it out. Garrison Stronghold. Yeah, this should work. No, it's not going to because I tapped the wrong land. Oh, no. I tapped the wrong land. Because if I left this untapped... Well, I guess it wouldn't have mattered, right? I needed a blue source, and I didn't have access to a blue source. Because I need to be able to get west, bounce land, pick up west, and I need a blue source to be able to transmute, which I don't have. So... yeah. And we're just... without gaining any life, we're dead on board even if they don't draw a spell. I think there was a way out of this, but yeah, if you're watching this match, drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know if I'm sure I messed that up, but this deck's incredibly hard to play. I think there was maybe a winning line there. Again, if I had left the Cavernous Souls untapped. No, I'm still in the same spot because I have the Cavern untapped as my only land untapped, and then I can get Teleria West Growth Chamber, pick up Teleria West, but now I'm short. Like, I can't transmute in combat, you know? So, I guess in that case, what I was supposed to do was play Titan, not give it haste. That might have been the line. Play Titan, not give it haste, get Teleria West Growth Chamber, float a blue, pick up T West, transmute for Grazer, tap Cavern, play Grazer, put in Radiant Fountain. I say go. I'm at 6. They have the 5-power flying, and yeah, that was the line, I think. Then I could just kill them the turn after. Yeah, I think that was the line. Now we're going to 5. I mean, this hand is not very good, and they kept 7, so I don't think we're winning this one. I don't think I'm supposed to go to 5, though. Or go to 4. I'm already on 5. Very unfortunate. I mean, I don't think this matchup is good. I think Prowess is... I'm pretty sure Prowess is favored against everything. Okay. Monastery Swift Spear. Coming in hot. Alright. can go. I mean, I guess we have a turn 4 Titan. I can't imagine that's going to be good enough against a 7-card hand, but... yeah, Metamorphose Stormwing. We are dead. They went bottom top. Bottom top, huh? I mean, it's not bad. I guess in the world they don't kill Dryad somehow. Maybe we can win. It's very, very unlikely, but maybe they won't kill Dryad. I mean, we're likely not going to die this turn because we have 2 blockers. But if the Dryad is removed from the battlefield and we don't get the trigger Valakut, then I don't really see us winning. Because we're likely going to take 5 or 6 from the Stormwing this turn. And we're not going to be able to block it next turn. So... I guess we could just be dead. They have, like, Metamorphose, Vapor Snag, Lava Dart. That would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Metamorphose, Vapor Snag, Lava Dart. Yeah, 14. So that a second Dart would kill us, a Bolt would kill us. Okay. They have Vapor Snag. Oh. So you're saying there's a chance. Well, I don't think I'm going to block, because if I block, they can Mutagenic Growth me. 3, 4, 5. Double Mutagenic is only 15, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, double Mutagenic is only 15, so... they have triple Mutagenic, they have triple Mutagenic. Because we can actually kill them, right? Land, double Valakut. Yeah, we have lethal. Do they really have triple Mutagenic growth? I would be impressed. I don't know how we won this game. I did not expect to win this game. Let me tell you. I thought we were dead. Okay. Get 2 Valakuts. Valakut. Valakuts. This is 12, and then our regular land drop is 18. Wow. Do they have something that I don't know about? Force of Vigor, Pitch Metamorphose. Imagine. Imagine. Alright, gotcha. Got him. Did not expect to win that game. Well, we mulled the 5, and our opponent, I don't know what their hand was, but if their hand had interaction, they probably should have just not played the Sprite Dragon and just played Swiss Spear, attacked with everything, maybe left up like a bolt. I don't know what their hand was, but maybe they just had all creatures. But in any case, that was round number 1. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you back in just a little bit for round number 2. All right, guys, we're back here for round number 2. What is our hand? Our hand is weird. So we kind of have everything we need, with the exception of green mana. I don't know if this hand's a keep. So if you kind of think, let's play it through, right? Turn 1, we can play Valakut. turn 2, we can tap Valakut for Amulet, play Vestige, float a green, untap the Vestige, play Explore. So we're essentially going to get 3 looks at a green bounce land. I think it's actually good enough. It looks really weird, but I think it's just good enough. Okay, that's not bad. That... So if I play Vestige, Amulet on 1, then turn 2, Colony Garden, untap, Explore. Huh. I feel like that's worse than playing Valakut on 1. Because what I can do is go turn 1 Valakut. Turn 2. I guess that gives me no shot at turn 2 Azusa, though. Whereas if I play the Amulet and peel a green bounce land, I can slam Azusa. And that's much, much higher upside. Alright, let's go for high upside. Given that I drew, like, worst case scenario, I can still just go Garden, Explore next turn, and Azusa the turn after. So, like, I'm still going to get to cast all my spells. But I think this is highest upside. Oh. They're doing this kind of stuff. So this is the Reclaimer Amulet deck that's been popping up lately. I think it's really just one person who's been doing really well with it. Certainly the less popular Amulet version. I couldn't tell you who's supposed to be favored, but... Okay. Alright, we drew a forest. Which means I can go forest, explore. And then we just need to find a green bounce land. Okay, there's a green bounce land. I'm gonna put the Valakut into play now. And then we'll pass. Next turn we can tap our 3 lands, play Azusa. And then we have 3 land drops, which means we can play this land 3 times, play Titan. We unfortunately can't give it hastes. But there was no opportunity for me to play this. Oh, no, I could have played it that turn. I should have played this and picked up the Vestige. And then I could tap these 2, play Azusa, Chamber, 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 Titan, get Vesuva, Stronghold, Vesuva, copy this. Yeah, I messed up. I should have played Garrison that turn. That's probably going to cost me a lot, too. I'm going to let them do their thing. Okay, they're going off. So now they get another bounce land. They get a Flagstones, but both of their Reclaimers are tapped. I don't know if their deck plays Path to Exile, but not really a lot I can do about that. Oh, I can actually play the Garrison as the last bounce land. Okay, this still works out, actually. Yeah. This works. I'm going to pick up the Vestige. Then I give Vesuva Stronghold. So we get Vesuva Stronghold. And then I'm going to pick up the Vesuva, I think? Yeah, let's pick up the Vesuva. And now let's get... I guess just West Bounce Land? We don't have to get a Bounce Land, though. We can just get West plus... can just get West plus whatever because we have the bounce land rolled up in our hand, but we probably want another blue source anyways for future Tillery Wests. But it might be better to just get the second Valakut. Is there any reason... They're going to Titan me next turn, but unless they can also put Dryad into play, we should be fine. Let's just get West Valakuts. I think it matters too much. Alright. Let's see if we die. Even if they kill Azusa, I can go Growth Chamber, blue, blue, green, green. And then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I still have enough mana to do all I need to do, I think. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. They get Flagstones again. And then they tap Garden Flagstones, sack Flagstones, get a land. Can they even Titan this turn? The Reclaimer version is so... I don't know. I tried playing this version, and I could not figure it out. My brain could not compute what was going on. There's too much stuff. Amulet's hard enough to play. Don't add more stuff on top of it. So that's 5. They probably just have a land in hand. Oh, they can pick up a land. Yeah, sure. But even if they play Titan, I still think that we should be able to kill them, right? Unless they can also somehow put a Dryad into play? I don't know. We'll see. We will see what they do. Okay. I'll just take 8. I could probably trade if I wanted to, but... Like, worst case scenario, right? They attack, get bounce land, whatever, have a Dryad rolled up in hand. Oh, but they can pick up the tapped bounce land... Have 2 mana to sack to the Reclaimer to get a Valakut. So they can get Bounce Land Valakut. Pick up Bounce Land. Tap 3 mana. Play Dryad. Play Bounce Land 1 trigger. Then tap Bounce Land. Sack a land. Get a second Valakut. 2 more triggers. And then kill my board. But that requires them to have the Dryad in hand. Which it does not appear they do. Okay, got a Ghost Quarter. I'm not going to block. Are they Ghost Quartering me? I don't think they can put another Ghost Quarter into play. We have a Suva to copy the other Ghost Quarter, or to copy their Valakut. Maybe they target West? I mean... I'm just going to play the Growth Chamber first. See what they do. If they blow up the T-West, I'm not that concerned. Because I just have another Titan rolled up. Wait. Now I'm confused. Okay. Do they have Path? I don't know what's happening. Like, the best part about all of this... is I get to do everything pre-combat. like, now even if they Ghost Quarter or Valakut, they know about the Vesuva. So, they have to have Path here. And if they have Path, I can just put out the Titan into play. Okay. That is fine. Get a Forest. Just dome them. Okay, so they're dead. They're letting these go through, which means they're 100% dead. Because I still have 2 land plays remaining. Even if I didn't have land plays, I could just attack with my Titan. Yeah. Okay, so... Force of Vigor, I think, is supposed to be good in the mirror. Definitely not Tracker. Probably Beast Within. Maybe Dismember. And probably Ghost Quarter. Dismember, I'm iffy on. It kills Dryad, then it kills Reclaimer. That's probably good enough. So this is 5 cuts. Bringing in these 5. Think we can shave a Grazer, shave and explore. I think I want to keep the Azusas. Definitely don't need a Cavern. I don't mind cutting a land because we're bringing in a Ghost Quarter. Maybe just shave more Explorers because it's our slowest card. Maybe shave 1. Shave another Grazer. These are essentially 1s. Maybe 4 Dismember is too many. But it's probably different because they have Reclaimer. And Reclaimer is a card you almost always have to kill. So, I think it's worth it. Obviously, it's really awkward bringing in... having 4 Dismember in your deck against Primeval Titan. Because it doesn't kill Primeval Titan, but... I think it's good enough at killing Dryad and Reclaimer. Could be wrong about that, but... Sand is really awkward. Because we have to go Castle tapped on turn 1. I guess turn 2 we can go... Sunhome, Grazer, Dismember, put this in. Next turn, Azusa. This is a speculative keep. I think this hand might be a mulligan, but I'm going to try it. Alright, well, now this is even more awkward. Because now I think I have to kill the Reclaimer. Or should I wait a turn? Do I want to give them 1 activation and just hope they don't have Flagstones in their opening hand? No, this is fine. I can just Dismember it. Because I can just skip the Grazer. What I can do next turn is I can just go Growth Chamber next turn. Because I'm not going to be able to Azusa next turn either way because I don't have an untapped green land. So... if this was an untapped green land and I could go turn 1 Grazer, turn 2 Azusa, and Dismember, I would probably do that. However, because I can't play Grazer this turn anyways, regardless, I can't play Azusa next turn, so it kind of doesn't change anything. And I could just do this. And then next turn we can go Sunhome, Azusa. We can actually... they didn't play their Forest. I was going to say, if they replay the Temple Garden, we can copy the Temple Garden and play Castle untapped. Not that it matters too much, but... so I want to play Castle and Vesuva Growth Chamber. Yeah, this is what I want to do. So I guarantee have Titan Mana next turn. Regardless of whether or not they kill the Azusa. They have nothing? What did they keep? I don't know. Okay. Is there any way that I can haste the Titan this turn? If I get Vestige, Strongholds... I have 3 land plays? No, because I don't have a bounce land rolled up. Okay, so... I mean, the thing is, they can't even Titan next turn, because even if they play Castle... Well, Castle comes into play tapped anyways, but... Let's get West, and... I guess just another bounce land. Sure. It's a weird game. I wonder what they kept. They had turn 1 Reclaimer, but nothing else. They didn't have any 3-drops to play. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they kept. What's this? Beast Within. I mean, that's fine because we have the T-West. So that doesn't matter too much. And again, they still can't Titan us this turn. And we can... Actually, can we haste it? Did I mess this up again? Maybe we can't haste it. I don't think we need to haste it, but... So... This... Get packed. I think we're going to be short on transmuting, but... Or on hasting. But again, I really don't think it matters at this point. If their hand was just all reactive cards? I don't know. I don't really know what happened this game. I'd be interested to see what they kept. 2, 3, 4. Haste. No, because I have to get... 4. Yeah, because I need to get a bounce land and the Stronghold to be able to replay the Stronghold, but if I do that, I don't have white mana. So... I guess I was supposed to get a red-white bounce land last turn. Again, I don't really think it matters too much, but... They're just miles behind this game. Feels like they probably have another Beast Within, but I don't think I care. Let's get a West. We'll get the right bounce land this time. So now I can haste next turn. I could have hasted this turn. They have a path, so it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, I don't know how they're winning this game. Like, they're eventually just going to have to tap out for a Titan. And as soon as they do that, then they just die on the spot, so... Yeah, okay. So now we should be good. Although, now I'm out of Telerios. Right? Maybe I was supposed to pick up a bounce land last turn. Yeah, I was supposed to pick up a bounce land. Because then I could have went... Get Dryad, play Dryad, and then replay the bounce land a million times. So, yep, I messed up. Should have picked up a bounce land. This deck's hard to play. Okay. They get Garrison Strongholds. So now Pact, Dryad, and Bounce Land are all lethal. 2, 4. Oh, we can do it this way. Yeah, that's fine. Force of Vigor. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Haste. Pick that up. Yeah, this is awkward. Because I can get another Titan, but I'm out of T-West. So... Huh. Yeah, I messed this up pretty bad. I can haste, but I can't double strike. Because what I can do is tap Growth Chamber, Growth Chamber, Growth Chamber, Sun Home, activate Castle with blue, green floating, I believe. Not tapping the Garrison. Right, so well, here's what I can do. We'll do it. I'll show you. So we can do it like this. So we have 6 green, 3 blue. Use the 3 blue to transmute. Cast Pact. Use the 6 green to cast the Titan. Get Bounce Land and Stronghold. Pick up Stronghold. Replay Stronghold. Haste the Titan. But then they just trade. Excuse me, and we can't get any more Titans. This is awkward. This is really awkward that I messed this up. Maybe I just... I mean, I still think I'm supposed to cast it, so... But I don't know that I'm supposed to haste it. You know what I mean? Because I don't really want to trade. If I trade, I have no Titans left. Yeah, I messed this up pretty bad. If I had picked up a Bounce Land last turn, I would have won. Is there anything else I can do? I don't think so. If I get 2 Bounce Lands, I can pick up Sunhome and 1 untapped land, replay both of them, but I don't have enough to double strike the Titan. Maybe I just trade. Maybe I am supposed to trade. I'm not really sure here. Yeah, alright, I'll just trade. They're obviously not going to block anything else. And if they block anything else, I'm okay with that. And then I'll just get like a Guardian and a Ghost Quarter. I can't imagine they're not trading here, right? They are not. So they take 9, go to 4. Well, we have Force to cover Dryad, so we can't really die this turn. So everything should be fine. I did mess this game up pretty badly. Like, that's the thing about this deck, you know? Getting to 6 mana and casting Primeval Titan is part of it, but that's only half of it. You have to sequence your lands properly, get the right lands, make sure you pick up the right lands with your bounce lands. You know, it's easy to count to 6 and just put a Primeval Titan into play, but what you do after that is the hard part. I still think we might win this game, because again, we have Dryad covered right now. And just take this. And jump block with Grazer. Soak up 3 damage. But if they had Dryad, they would have played Dryad pre-combat, right? So I don't know. They also didn't activate Garrison pre-combat. Which I guess to me would mean that they're trying to use all their mana. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Radiant Fountain, Growth Chamber. Okay, that's fine. So they can pick up Teleria West, but they don't have any blue mana. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Guess I could have soaked up another point there. Maybe it was right. Sticking at path. 3, 4. So it looks like a second Titan, but we have that beat with double strike land. Guess they can gain additional 2 life. Right, they can copy Radiant Fountain. They already played their land for the turn. Okay. But again, they already played their land. They could have another path. Yeah, they definitely could have another path here. And that would probably be enough to kill me. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's cast that. Combat. Alright, they don't have paths, so should be good enough. Let's get Gruul Turf Sanctuary so we can have red-white mana. Double strike the Titan. Pick up some forests. Okay, yeah. That was, I made that a lot harder than I needed it to be. So again, going back to the turn that I played the second Primeval Titan, if I picked up a bounce land and with Teleria West in hand, what I could have done is after they had tapped out for Titan, transmute for Dryad, play Dryad, I would have 4 total land plays with 2 Valakuts in play and a Dryad. So I would just play the bounce land, pick it up 4 times, and that would be 24 damage. So, yeah, that was a little sidestep, but luckily we got there anyways. So I hope you enjoyed the games. I'll see you back in just a little bit for round number 3. Alrighty, guys, back here for round number 3. We have a hand that I think is keep. Seems like a speculative keep to me. We have turn 1 Amulet and a bounce land. We have a Titan and a Dismember. So we have a lot of the pieces that we need. We're just missing like 1. There we go. That's what we're missing. Lead on Amulet. Raging Ravine usually means Jund. Jund is typically a good matchup for Amulet. I think the question I have to ask myself is, do I want to run out Azusa on turn 2? They tap out here. Oh. Okay. Good beats. So now they can play Liliana. It's a little awkward. I think I'm still just going to play the bounce land. If they play Liliana, I probably have to discard Dismember to protect against Thoughtseize the turn after. Okay. Not a Liliana. That's good for me. Because Tarmogoyf is not something I particularly care about that much. So now we can go Forest, Dryad Valakut. It might be better to play Azusa so that we can Titan with any untapped land. Like, obviously, I'd rather have the Azusa in play, but... Well, I'd rather have the Dryad in play, excuse me. But I think this is good. And Liliana minus, maybe? But imagine a scenario where we play Dryad, right? Then they Liliana minus. We only have 4 lands in play, which means we have to draw exactly Castle in order to cast Titan. Whereas this way, we can just draw any land. Any untapped land, and we get to play Titan. And also, this is a higher value target anyways. So assuming I was going to get Liliana minus, I'd rather have the Dryad left over. So we can play Dryad. 5. Play Dryad, play Growth Chamber, pick up Forest, but not replay the Forest, I think. Because then I have 6 mana in play. Yeah, and then I can discard the Forest to the Liliana, which also plays around a Thoughtseize, because I have 2 Titans in my hand. Because I have 6 mana even without the Forest. So, I like this play. And then if Dryad dies, what I can do is get Colony Garden plus Bounce Land, replay Colony Garden to have 2 0-1s in play to protect against Liliana's minus. But if the Dryad doesn't die, I believe they're just dead, right? Yeah, they're just dead if the Dryad doesn't die. Dreadbore. Okay. I think we're still fine. I was saying they might have Trophy, but they don't have Trophy. Oh, wait, what? I'm surprised they didn't Trophy a bounce land there, or just hold up the Trophy. That is very surprising. Alright, so Garden Bounce Land, which should protect us against basically everything. So we have 2 0-1s to protect against the Liliana minus. We can discard Grazer to the Liliana plus. Red. Cycle Peatland. Okay, that's fine. Guess they could draw exactly 2 bolts, but... Alright, discard Grazer. The last card is Basic Swamp. That is fine, because now we can just pack for Dryad and end the game, so... Should be good enough here. Let's play back. Let's get Dryad. Play Dryad. Target you. Attack with Titan, get another Valakut and a land. The rest doesn't matter. Alright. Against Jund, I like Tireless Tracker. I don't hate Dismember. I don't hate Bajuka Bog because it as you saw that game, it's kind of awkward because they had a 6/7 Tarmogoyf. Thankfully, they ended up dying to the Dryad triggers anyways, but there are spots where they can get a big enough Tarmogoyf to sort of brick your Primeval Titan, so sometimes you want Bojuka Bog to shrink the Goyf so they can't make a profitable attack. I really dislike Grazer against decks that have discard spells because it's card disadvantage. It does protect you against Liliana, so it's a little bit more reasonable, and I think I'm going to do the Dismember and then swap a Cavern for the Bog. I don't want Repeal or Runafel. Beast Within, I guess, is a consideration, but I think this looks good. It's possible 4 Dismember is too many against mostly just Tarmogoyf, but I think it's okay. This hand is not really good. It's actually quite bad. It is somewhat decent against Thoughtseize because we just have a bunch of lands. But even against most Jund draws, I think it's too slow, so. And this is a very speculative keep because we have 2 bounce lands. If we don't draw a non-bounce land, we don't actually get to play Magic, but this hand has a lot of upside. Best case scenario, we draw a land on turn 1, bounce land on 2, explore on 3. I mean, it's still pretty slow. I think I'd rather actually just go to 5. Yeah, this is our best hand by far. I think I'm going to ship the second explore and the Vesuva? Yeah. So we can go Garden on 1, Vestige, Explore on 2, unless they take it. Depending on their hand, I kind of would assume they would... Okay, I was going to say they would take Pack there, but I think it really depends on what their hand is. Okay. Send a message. Send a message. Always send a message with your plants. Unless you're playing against a deck that has haste creatures, but they can't Bloodbraid up this turn anyways, so. Watch them have, like, Flinthoof Boar Haste or something like that. Bogart Ram Gang. I guess they... Yeah, I don't know. Garden. Alright, message. Here you go. I mean, it looks bad, but at the same time, like, if we just draw back to our Titan, we're probably winning. We can even transmute a West because we have Vestige for second blue, so if we draw West, we can just go play Vestige, float, make a blue, tap Growth Chamber, transmute, turn after Titan. Oh, that's not true because we don't have a castle in play already. Right. So maybe... I don't need the second castle. Maybe I'm supposed to play Forest there, so that if I drew exactly Teleria West... So now I have to play Forest or Castle in case I rip Titan next turn. Because let's say I play Growth Chamber, then the castle would come into play tapped. So I'll play Forest this turn because they know about it. Red, black, black, Liliana. They have another Kolaghan's Command. I think I could just safely discard the Vestige. It's worse if I draw West. I guess I probably don't need this other bounce land. Alright, Titan, please. Wow. They brought in surgical extraction. I'm surprised. Okay. Don't usually expect them to bring in surgical extraction, but... Okay, good beats. Good beats. Might as well play this. Doesn't do a ton for us, but... And they have 2 cards left. It's a Fulminator Mage? Oh, yeah, that's the reason to bring in Beast Within. Well, now we're probably dead. Why did they minus? I don't know, they should not have minused. Alright. I think I've seen enough. This is probably an early concession, but alright. Beast Within, potentially explosives to be able to deal with Ashiok, but I think I'll cut the 4th Dismember for the Beast Within. Call it a day. Yeah, this looks good. I always forget about Ashiok. That was a weird game. It's been the play for game 3, though, so. We also mulled the 5 that game. We mulled the 5, but our opponent didn't really do anything, so that's why the game was somewhat close. I feel like on average when you mull the 5 against John Deere, a huge dog, but... Not in love with this hand. I'll ship it. What are these hands? These are just non-functional hands. I mean, the first one was kind of functional, but this hand just doesn't do anything. Okay, I guess we'll keep this. Definitely don't want the bog. And I think I'll put back the Windswept Teeth. It's fine. Okay, no discard spell. Let's play this. Playing this is worse if they have a removal spell for Amulet, but I don't think I'm supposed to get Dryad there. Maybe Azusa? Maybe I was supposed to get Azusa there. Oh, they have Tarmogoyf. I don't care about that. No, that's just bad, though. If I get Azusa, I just don't have anything else to do. Right? If I get Azusa or Dryad, then I just have nothing left anyways. I have a bunch of bounce lands. So I don't think that's very good. So I guess we're just waiting. Next turn we have 5 mana. I feel like they have Ashiok. Oh, they can't play Ashiok. Kolaghan's Command. Pillage. Okie dokie. I would like to draw a Dryad or an Azusa, please. It's not bad. Pick this one up. Do they have another pillage? Liliana, which is fine-ish, depending on what else they have. Because I can discard Pact this turn. And then next turn just discard a land. Yeah, play this, discard the fountain, and next turn 6 mana. Sounds good to me. Because I only had 5 mana that turn, so I couldn't Titan. But yeah, now we can just discard fountain. If they play Inquisition, there's a chance that I might cast the Pact. Maybe. We'll see what they do. I think I probably would. What is this? Is this Ashiok? So I can cast Pact, get a Titan. Next turn, pay, play this, pick up Forest, discard Forest to Liliana. Next turn, Titan, get nothing. I think I just have to get very lucky and either draw Beast Within for Ashiok or just naturally draw Titan. But I'm in a bad spot either way. I'm just gonna let it go. So they should probably attack first. Well, they didn't end up getting punished, but they were supposed to attack first before exiling my graveyard. They also should just not be activating Ashiok, but I don't... People love activating Ashiok for some reason. I don't really understand it. Against Titan. There's no reason to. Alright. That was a bit of a frustrating match. Yeah, I don't know what to say. We lost Ashiok twice. Is what it is. Mulligan a bunch. Hope you enjoyed the games. I'll see you back in just a little bit for round number 4. Alrighty, guys. Back here for round number 4? Yeah, round number 4. We're 2-1. This hand has turn 1 Grazer, turn 2 Azusa. We just need to find a Titan. I think this hand's a keep. Opponent with 6 has Scalding Tarn. Let's name Beast. And then we will put in Cynic Growth Chamber, pick up Cavern. And then we'll probably Cavern Human next turn. So we can guaranteed play 2 lands. And then we can pick up the Cavern again to name Giant. If we do end up finding the Titan. Let's just play Cavern first. And then we'll go Stronghold. Vesuva, copy Growth Chamber in case we draw Teleria West. Play Amulet and pass. I think this is the best setup. And now if we draw Titan, we're good. So we can just Cavern on Giant. If we draw Teleria West, we have blue-blue to transmute. I guess if we play Cavern Titan, we can't actually haste it because we have the Stronghold and the Vesuva in play. Assuming that Azusa dies. Like, let's say they go Lightning Bolt Azusa, play land, pass, holding up Remand/Mana Leak, and I draw Titan. I mean, I'm still just going to play the Titan, but I won't necessarily be able to haste it. Spire Bluff Canal. Uh-oh. Okay. I think in general this matchup is kind of bad. So we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. Alright, we should be good. Just gotta figure out the best way to do this. 6, 8, 16, 17. Alright, so tap 2 Growth Chambers, transmute West, floating a green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Titan float a white. Yeah, okay, that works. Transmute, get packed. Play Pact. Get Titan. Doesn't really matter which one I pick up. So that's 3, 4, 5. So that's our last land play. So that's 7. Pick up Vesuva. Titan floating a white. So now we only need to get a red source into play to haste this Titan. So if I get let's think about this. So if I get Valakut, T-West, I guess what I could do, 6, 7, 8, 16, 17. I think the best I can do is put them to 1. 6, 7, 8, they go to 10. 9. Because if I get Valakut Bounce Land, like Valakut Growth Chamber. So I get Valakut Growth Chamber, tap Valakut, haste the Titan, leave Growth Chamber untapped, attack with Titan, have a Growth Chamber untapped, the Stronghold's going to be tapped. And then I can get West Growth Chamber, pick up West, but I only have 2 bounce lands untapped, so I can't get Dryad. If I get 2 bounce lands, it's the same thing because then I only have 1 bounce land untapped. Because I have to tap one of the bounce lands to haste the Titan. What if I get bounce land Crumbling Vestige? It's 3. I'm a mana short. If I get Growth Chamber Crumbling Vestige, Vestige makes a red. I attack with Titan with Vestige bounce land untapped. Titan attacks, gets West bounce land, pick up West. I only have 5 mana untapped, so I can't transmute and play Dryad. So I think I'm a mana short, no matter how I look at it. We do that math one more time. Vestige, bounce land. Vestige, make red. Untap, pick up a tapped bounce land. Activate Stronghold with colorless blue-green untapped. Attack with Titan. Get West Growth Chamber. Now I have blue, blue, green, green, colorless. That's 5 mana. 3 to, yeah, I need 6. 3 to transmute, 3 to play the Dryad. So I think, because I'm a mana short regardless, I think I'm just going to go for max setup, assuming that I get balance next turn. Although, if they have Gargadon plus balance, I lose no matter what I do, so it doesn't matter. 6, 7, 8, 16, 17. If I get the double strike land, I only have 17 damage. I'm literally 1 point short. Wow, this is tough. Okay, so let's get Vestige, Garrison. Make red. Haste Titan. Pick up this. Get Sunhome. Forest? No, Sunhome T-West. I want to make sure I have a 3rd green mana in play. I don't know what they could have, but I guess Garden. Yeah, Garden's probably the best. If I miss lethal there, let me know in the comment section below, but I feel like no matter how I did it, I was 1 point short. Which is... I was either 1 point short or 1 mana short. So I was a point short here, and I was a mana short of getting Dryad. Dryad would have been exactly lethal because this is 9 damage, putting them to 9. Oh, I guess it still wouldn't have been enough because I couldn't get Valakids if I'm getting Dryad. So it wouldn't have mattered, right? Even if I get Dryad, I can't get Valakids. Yeah. I don't know. That was tough. I also now just kind of screwed myself because if they have balance, I now don't have a Titan in play. So maybe in that scenario, I'm not supposed to put them to 1? Okay. So because I can't kill them, maybe I'm supposed to just put them to, like, 5 or 6 or whatever. Like, not double strike, put them... I guess they would have went to... They would have taken 8 less damage, so they would have been at 9. And just get, like, Teleria West Bounce Lane so I can get a Titan the turn after. In any case, Force of Vigor is good. I think Mystic Repeal is reasonable. Beast Within is reasonable. Dismember is hot garbage. EE. They have Rhinos, usually. Could bring in Explosives. This stuff is bad. Tracker's too slow. This stuff's kind of meh. Grazer is not ideal. You just bring in this. Max answers to the thing. What do you call it? What's that 1 mana enchantment? As Foretold. Maybe this is too many repeals. Let's just do 3 Grazers, because I still have 4 answers to the As Foretold. I think this is fine. Turn 1 Amulet. Oh, this is what they call the Stone Cold Nuts. This is I think this is a turn 2 kill. Definitely keeping. Looks like a turn 2 kill to me. 1, 5, 9, 3. Yeah, I think this is a turn 2 kill. Go turn 1 Amulet, turn 2 Amulet, Bounce Land, make 4 mana. Azusa, 1 floating, Bounce Land, 9 mana. Titan, 3 floating. Yeah, we're good. We are good. Unless they have Force of Negation? Nope. I guess they could also just remand the Titan. Oh, now they can't remand the Titan. Let's see what they do have. Alright. We're doing the thing. I cast Explore. There's really no reason not to. Okay, so now we get... They're going to let us do the thing, which is nice. You don't get to do the thing very often. Okay, back. Titan. Yes. Get Stronghold, Garrison. Always make sure when you have 2 amulets, you're stacking these correctly. So you want to untap the Stronghold. Well, obviously this one first. But you want to untap the Garrisons before the Stronghold. So you want to get mana from the Garrison before you're untapping the Stronghold. Give them both haste. Pick this up. We'll get Suva, and Gruul Turf. Suva, copy this. Make a bunch of mana. Pick up this. Pick up this. Yes. Get Sunhome. Doesn't matter. Alright. It's been a while since I've had a turn 2 kill. Double strike this one. Double strike this one. Alright. Take 32. Turn 2, take 32. No big deal. Glad we got to do that on video at least once. Yeah, this is kind of why you play Amulet. Sometimes you just have the turn 2 kill. Not really much to say about that. I hope you enjoyed the game, and I will see you back in just a little bit for the 5th and final round. Alrighty, guys, we're back here for the 5th and final round. Just chatting with my phone real quick. It says, post more YouTube videos. Well, you're about to be on YouTube. Let me just message them real quick. Alright, we get to be on the play for the last round. Turn 2, Explore. Turn 3, Azusa. Turn 4, Titan. Well, turn 4 Titan on the play, I think, is a keep, so. We shall see. Opponent did not. We played against 5 people that didn't reveal a companion. Interesting. Alright, Valakut on 1, so we can go Forest Explore on 2. Let's see what they have. Looks like Prowess. Sand's not ideal against Prowess, but it's not bad. Next turn we can go Azusa, Forest, Bounce Land. Or we can actually go Azusa, Forest, Cavern, Explore, Bounce Land. So, as long as we're not dying on turn 3, which looks like they have the God draw. Oh, maybe not. Okay. This is slightly more beatable. Hopefully they don't play a creature. Okay, that's dicey. That is a little dicey. Colony Garden? Colony Garden would be actually a sick draw here. Alright, Azusa. Forest, Cavern, Explore. Giant. Okay. Alright. That's all I got. Don't kill me, please. Please don't kill me. If they don't kill the Azusa before blocks, I'm probably just snap blocking with it, because I have the Titan next turn anyways. And all I need to do is just not die. But if they have, let's say, Lava Dart, they can cast Lava Dart twice, kill the Azusa. That represents 6 damage at a minimum. Plus a bolt would be 11. So, good chance. There's like a reasonably high likelihood we're just dead here, but not really much we could have done about it. That's a decent-ish start for us, because that means they don't have Dart. Okay, they just had 3 bolts. Huh. Why didn't they just Dart the Azusa twice? Oh, so it didn't matter, okay. Well, okay. I was gonna say they didn't Dart the Azusa twice, but that was just because they were showboating. Alrighty, so let's bring in this stuff. Let's cut these, and 1 Azusa. That's what we did last time, I think. Yeah, that looks good. When they cast Lightning Bolt, that was funny. Alright. That's Prowess in a nutshell. I've been wondering, a lot of people had been asking me on my stream whether or not they think a card from Prowess should be banned. I'm kind of in the camp that we should wait and kind of see how MH2 shakes things up, but I do think the Prowess deck, as of right now, I think the Prowess deck is too good as it is. In its current form. It's too efficient, it's too consistent. So I think if there wasn't a brand new modern set on the horizon, I would probably say yes. But I want to see what MH2 has to offer first before I make a final decision on that. But, 3-4 months from now, I would not be surprised if they banned either Manamorphose or Lava Dart. Because I think those are the two biggest offenders, because Manamorphose is a free spell, because it's 2 mana, you get 2 mana back, and Lava Dart also kind of is a free spell when it's in the graveyard, so that's, I think, the biggest problem, is that there's just too many free spells, and that's why the deck is so efficient. Mutagenic Growth is a free spell too, but I think Mutagenic Growth is fine. I don't think anybody's complaining about Growth. It is annoying that most of the removal spells, that's the biggest issue too, is Mutagenic Growth kind of fills the role of, I've compared it to Mental Misstep in the past, because it's just, pay 2 life, counter your spell, counter your removal spell, that is. I think this hand's a keep. It's not great, but we can go turn 1 Grazer, turn 2 Pact for Azusa, maybe do a little bit of setup. Turn 3 pay for Pact, turn 4 Titan. So I think this hand is good enough. This hand has a lot of good redraws too, so... It's possible I'm supposed to hold the Growth Chamber in case I draw Amulet. They didn't have a 1-drop. That is incredibly good for me. I think I'm down to just Pact for Azusa, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, let's do it. Let's play Castle Windswept Teeth. Yeah. Probably going to bolt it. Or opt. Because the thing is, even if I don't cast Azusa there, I still can't Titan regardless next turn. So next turn, no matter what, is going to be a setup turn. And I think because next turn is a setup turn, I might as well just do a setup turn this turn as well. Just so I can get more mana into play, Okay. This looks like a Stormwing. Especially if they didn't have a 1-drop. They almost 1000% have a Stormwing here. Yeah. They went bottom top. Let's get a Breeding Pool here. For Teleria West purposes. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not bad. Giant. Pass. Hopefully they don't have Dispel. Sometimes they bring in Dispel because they know you have 4 Pacts. But that'd be a beat. Do I care if the Azusa dies? I guess I kind of do. This also might force them to bolt the Azusa. Okay, that's good for me. They might just be dead now. I think they're dead. I should be able to kill them with Azusa. With Azusa to just make a bunch of additional land drops. I may have to draw a bounce land? I don't know. Let's see. See what we draw. Okay, that should do it then. So let's get Titan. 3, 4. Play Titan. Let's get... Garrison, Stronghold, Haste, Attack. Get Valakut, Bounce Land. It's not quite lethal, right? Stronghold, Garrison. Huh. Trying to think here. Oh, no, because if I get 2 Valakuts, I don't have a land to play after the Pact. So I can only get 1 Valakut trigger this turn? Oh, no, because I haven't played lands yet. Okay. What am I saying? I'm really dumb. Alright, Garrison, Strongholds. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of Valakut triggers here. Because I haven't played lands yet. Alright, haste this. Pick up Strongholds. 3 land plays. And we're going to get a lot more. I'm just not going to attack with the Azusa. So now we get Valakut. Bounce land. Then we pick up a bounce land. One of the tapped bounce lands, that is. So they take 8, go to 9. Then we pack for Dryad, play Growth Chamber 3 times. Yeah, that should be good enough. Alright. Pick up Growth Chamber, or this, doesn't matter. Alright. Alright, game number 3. I have to win a game on the draw, though. Maybe we can get the turn 2 again. I don't think I want to change anything, though. I think we are good. Just give me another turn 2 kill. No big deal. Not much to ask. I'm not asking for much, right? Just another turn 2 kill. Just 2 in the same league. I don't think that's asking for a ton. Easy. Easy. All right. Turn 2 kill, here we come. Well, there's 2 amulets. This hand has so much upside. I'm never mulliganing this in a million years. Not with 2 amulets and a bounce land and a interactive spell. No chance I'm mulling this hand. The question is, am I dismembering this? Depends on what I draw. If I had my choice, I would much rather dismember a Storming Entity. But given that there is no chance of me being able to Titan next turn anyways... Well, that's not true. No, because I cut Explore. Yeah, I was going to say I could draw Explore. So I would go Cavern, Amulet, turn 2, tap, Amulet, Growth Chamber, 4 mana, Explore down to 2, replay Growth Chamber, 6 Titan. But I cut Explore, so we can't do that. I think I'm just going to kill the Swiss Spear. I will name... I think it's actually best for me to name... Well, it doesn't really matter, right? I'll just name Giant. I don't think it matters too much. When in doubt, kill their 1-drop. Okay. Run a Fell will be a nice draw. Assuming I draw Titan, I think it's best for me to have Valakut in play. I guess what I could have done was played Amulet on turn 1, turn 2, Amulet, Growth Chamber, float 4, pick up Growth Chamber, play West for Pacts. But I only have 1 land and 2 Amulets in play, so that means even if I get Pacts, I still can't Titan the turn after. Right? So I go Cavern, Amulet on 1, turn 2, tap Cavern, play Amulet, play Growth Chamber, 4 mana, pick up the Growth Chamber, transmute West for Pact, say go with Amulet, Amulet, Cavern. Next turn, I can play Growth Chamber, but I only have 5 mana there, right? So I think I'm still short. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to play Amulet on turn 1. Especially because Swiftspear, of the cards that I'm of their creatures, I think Swiftspear is the one that I'm least scared about. Sprite Dragon can get pretty big, but I don't know. That's tough. Am I dead? At least with this setup, I have 2 lands in play and the Growth Chamber, so best case scenario, if I draw Titan, I can just slam it, because I have 6 mana. But if I take I guess the other consideration to think of is if I go turn 1 Amulet, turn 2 Amulet, Growth Chamber, I can transmute West and cast Dismember in the same turn because I have a mana left over. So I can still turn 2 Dismember. Yeah, maybe I messed up then, because I can Dismember either way. Yeah. I think I made the wrong play. I think I was supposed to Amulet on 1. I think it sets me up a little bit better, too. Because it allows me to not have to time walk myself to transmute to Tolaria West. Well, I guess now I can just go fetch tapped Breeding Pool, blue, red, do the thing. But yeah, I think I messed this game up. Okay, we're gonna get explosives now. Probably. So we get a 7. We can transmute and play it and crack it, right? Oh. Or we can just drop Primeval Titan. Man. Well, never mind. Alright. Sometimes you're just gifted. What are we bouncing? I think Valakut? No, Cavern. Now where do we go from here is the question. So we got to do a lot of math here. Okay. So if we get 2 bounce lands, we have 8 mana. I think I can put another Titan into play. So 2 bounce lands is 8 mana. Transmute West down to 5. Azusa down to 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, because we don't have the West. So we're missing the West, right? What if I get Growth Chamber's second West? 2, 4, 5, 6. And then I have... No, I'm mana short. Okay, let's do it this way. So let's say West, Growth Chamber, right? 6 mana. Pick up Growth Chamber. 6 mana floating. Transmute West down to 3. Pact Azusa down to 0 mana floating. Growth Chamber 4. Growth Chamber 4. That's 8 mana. Yeah, then I'm short, right? Because then I West down to 5. And I have 5 mana and I can't play Titan. I'm trying to think. There's got to be a way to do this. There's gotta be a way to do this. Growth Chamber West. Six. Pick up Growth Chamber. Growth Chamber West. 6 mana. Pick up Growth Chamber. Transmute West, 3 mana. Azusa. 2 land plays. Play Growth Chamber. That's 4. Play Growth Chamber, 8. Transmute second West, 5. No, I'm short. I'm short no matter what I do. Oh, but I'm just slow rolling them. I'm so dumb. I'm actually just dumb. Yeah, I'm... Okay, never mind. This is the easiest kill ever. Because I just pump the Titan twice, and then I double strike it. And that's 20. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, well. We figured it out after a while. I don't know what I was thinking there. And then we get Vesuva Sun home. Alright, I don't know what I was thinking there. I apologize to my opponent for not seeing the obvious skill. I'm just gonna say I was overthinking things. Chi-chis. Yeah. Definitely overthinking some things. Alright. Well, there's the 4-1 chat. That was a little embarrassing that I just sat there and thought for about 5 minutes about this convoluted kill, and I just had the most obvious double strike kill imaginable. I'm sure you're screaming at the YouTube channel, or screaming at your computer screen, saying, "Why did you not see this?" But I eventually figured it out. So, but yeah. Anyways, that was it was a lot of fun. We lost to Jund and defeated some prowess decks and some other stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it all the way to the end, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.